Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another WTF Wednesday, where we're going to discuss a few definitions of some words and some abbreviations. We're going to talk about a Facebook scam, and we're going to talk about some urban myths, maybe bust one, maybe prove one this time. So let's get right into our words of the week. Our first word for today is cyberchondriac. We all know one or two of these people. These are people that troll medical sites online looking for symptoms that will possibly validate their innate feeling that they have some dread disease that, they'll probably need to share with everybody on Facebook about. So, yeah. Cyberchondriac. The second word of the day is chode. A chode is a penis that's wider than it is long. The next word is coin wanking. This is a guy usually in khakis and a blazer or a business suit who, when you're standing there talking to them, has their hand in their pocket and they're jingling the coins in there, we assume. Again, people we all know, chronoptimist. That's a person that always underestimates the time it takes to get anywhere or do anything. Chronoptimist. Cobra yawn. That's the involuntary spraying of saliva when you have a big yawn. The person doing it usually doesn't know it happens until they're done yawning and then have to face the aftermath. CTFD. This is an abbreviation I'm sure we can all use from time to time. Usually it happens when somebody's getting a little worked up in chat or in a comments area of something. And it always works to help. CTFD. Calm the fuck down. And our last word today is chairdrobe. Chairdrobe is the act of hanging one's clothes over the back of a chair in lieu of hanging them in the closet or folding them up and putting them in your dresser. If one happens to not have a chair in their room, they can always make use of the floordrobe. All right, those are our words of the night. As always, I'd like to thank Urban Dictionary for just compiling such a magnificent set of words. I laugh about this stuff every single day, and it's fun to share, and I hope you're enjoying these as well. Next, we're going to move on to our second segment of the night, where we're going to be talking about a Facebook scam that a lot of people have fallen for, including myself, over time. This is the old "who's visiting my profile" scam. You know, everybody likes to believe that they're being stalked by people. They want to know who's coming to see them because they always seem to want specific people to be coming to visit them and stalking them and things like that. And you know, we all do. It's natural. But what you'll see is, from time to time, are these things that pop up where somebody, one of your friends, has done this, and it pops up a list of their top stalkers. But you know, in truth, what they've done is clicked on a third-party application that's run and has gathered up all their profile information. They know who all their friends are now, all their personal information. They've given that information all away and have been given bullshit in return because Facebook does not provide that information. There's no way for anybody to get that information. You're supposed to be able to anonymously go visit people. It's not something that Facebook wants to share. It's not something they may collect on their own, but it's certainly not anything they make available to anybody. So whenever you see those things, just don't buy into them, because all they're trying to do is gather your personal information and store it away. And as I've mentioned before, your metadata, the information about you, is way more valuable than, you know, gaining access to hack your page or whatever like that. They just want to collect information on you. And so, you know, just stay away from stuff like that. It's just not, it's not what it seems to be. All right, now I have two urban myths to bust or prove. Sometimes we prove them. In this instance, we will prove one and bust another. So the idea that, everybody's trying out new flavors of things, all different kinds of crazy chip flavors. Well, we're going to talk about Oreos, and there was a big to-do going around about Oreos making Spam flavored Oreos. I can't even imagine how disgusting that would be. But in general, Nabisco tends to stay away from meat flavored Oreos. You will never see any bacon flavored Oreos, no fried chicken Oreos, and there will be no cheeseburger Oreos. But most especially, thank God, there will never be any Spam Oreos. Now you know. You can all sleep tonight. And the last thing I want to talk about is actually something that's true. We talk about germs and how germs are everywhere, but one of the top 3 places that have been tested for contracting germs, shopping cart handles. Now, a lot of places these days, you walk in the grocery store and right next to the shopping carts they've got a dispenser of sanitary or bacteria killing wipes. You should avail yourselves of those. Seriously. According to a 4-year study done in conjunction with Arizona State and Clorox, grocery carts are veritable petri dishes teeming with all kinds of nasty critters. Human saliva, urine, fecal matter, mucus, and the blood and juices of how many different packages of meat or chicken that have gotten on the handles. Swabs were taken in this test of a number of grocery carts in San Francisco, Chicago, Tampa, and Tucson, Arizona. And it was found that these handles are the 3rd nastiest places in public to touch, with only the armrests of public transportation and playground equipment being above them. They even found that shopping carts were far worse than public bathrooms, which are at least cleaned regularly. And some of the bacteria that they were able to collect from the carts include Staphylococcus, E. coli, Salmonella, and influenza, all of them living happily on the handles of your shopping carts. So, on that note, I would invite you all to wipe down your shopping cart handles and maybe use some antibacterial lotion after you're done, and maybe we'll all live a little happier and healthier lives. Alright, that's it for tonight. I hope you had a good time, and we'll see you again in a couple of days for an FU Friday. Good night.